On August 12, 2026, something happens that hasn't occurred in over a century. On a single day, in a single 24-hour window, the moon will block out the sun completely. 6 planets will line up together across the night sky, and thousands of shooting stars will streak overhead, all at once. Astronomers call this kind of cosmic overlap almost impossible. And yet, this year, it's real, it's coming, and it's only days away. Let's start with the eclipse. On the afternoon of August 12th, the moon will pass directly between the Earth and the sun, and for a narrow path stretching across Greenland, Iceland, and a small corner of northern Spain, the sky will go completely dark in the middle of the day. This will be the first total solar eclipse visible from continental Europe since 1999, more than a quarter of a century ago. For people standing inside that narrow path of totality, the experience will be almost otherworldly. The temperature will drop several degrees within minutes. Birds will stop singing, confused by the sudden darkness. Streetlights may switch on automatically. And for nearly 2.5 minutes, the sun's outer atmosphere, the corona, will blaze into view as a silver ring of light around a perfectly black disk, something that is normally completely invisible to the naked eye. Scientists have waited years to study this exact eclipse because the corona reveals secrets about the sun's magnetic activity that can only be observed during totality. But the eclipse is only the beginning. On that very same day, 6 planets in our solar system will align in the sky, stretching in a rough line above the horizon. Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus will all be visible, at least with binoculars or a small telescope, arranged like beads on an invisible string across the heavens. This kind of alignment doesn't happen because the planets are physically close to each other in space. In reality, they're separated by hundreds of millions of miles. It happens because, from our vantage point on Earth, all of these worlds happen to sit roughly along the same plane as they orbit the sun. Alignments like this can take years, sometimes decades, to repeat in this exact configuration. And then, as the sun sets and the sky finally turns fully dark, the third event of the day begins. The Perseid meteor shower reaches its peak. The Perseids happen every year in August, when Earth passes through a trail of dust and debris left behind by a comet called Swift-Tuttle. As those tiny fragments, most no bigger than a grain of sand, slam into our atmosphere at over 100,000 miles per hour, they burn up instantly, creating the bright streaks of light we call shooting stars. In a normal year, moonlight can wash out fainter meteors. But in 2026, the Perseids peak just hours after the solar eclipse, meaning the moon is a thin, nearly invisible sliver in the sky, darker skies, and potentially the best meteor viewing conditions in years. Individually, each of these events is already special, but for all 3 to converge on a single date in the same 24 hours is exceptionally rare, the kind of coincidence that reminds us just how mechanical and how precise our universe actually is. Every orbit, every shadow, every falling grain of comet dust is governed by the same invisible force, gravity, acting across millions of miles with a level of precision no human-made clock could ever match. History shows us just how rare a day like this really is. The last total solar eclipse visible from continental Europe happened in 1999, when millions of people crossed the continent just to stand in the path of totality for a few fleeting minutes. Multi-planet alignments involving 5 or 6 visible planets have occurred only a handful of times in the past several decades. And the Perseids, while an annual event, rarely line up with such dark, moonless skies. Put all 3 together, and you get a date many astronomers are already calling one of the most significant single days for skywatching in this entire century. For anyone hoping to witness even part of this, timing and location matter. The total solar eclipse will only be visible along its narrow path across the far north, Greenland, Iceland, and a sliver of Spain. But a partial eclipse will be visible across a much wider stretch of Europe, Africa, and beyond, weather permitting. The planetary alignment will be visible from nearly anywhere on Earth with a clear horizon, especially in the hour just after sunset. And the Perseids will be visible to anyone under a dark enough sky, looking up in the hours after midnight, when the meteor rate typically peaks. No special equipment is required for the meteors or the alignment, just patience, a clear night, and a bit of luck with the weather. So mark your calendar for August 12th. Depending on where you are in the world, you may get to witness a piece of a story that started billions of years ago, with a star, a comet, and 6 worlds finally lining up for one single day right above your head. But this is only the beginning. The universe still holds far greater mysteries, and some of them are just waiting to be seen. What scientists discover next could change everything we think we know. If you don't want to miss the next discovery, hit subscribe and join us as we keep exploring the cosmos, one story at a time.